that room, and there's reports of screaming coming from that room. What's going on, John? I would wait for the police, John. John's going to enter the room real quick just to check.
They say a single year as a police officer can expose you to more than most people see in a lifetime. And sometimes that includes things you wish you had never seen, especially the moments that defy explanation.
Police! Anyone inside, make yourself known.
Here are the moments when cops experienced paranormal activity while on duty. Starting off with the case of when a traffic stop turned into the most questionable experience for this officer.
All right. Sit tight, sir. I'll be right back. Okay. Your registration is What the? Sarah?
On July 15th, 2019, an officer conducted a traffic stop on a woman after she didn't stop at a stop sign. What started as a routine traffic stop quickly turned into the most paranormal moment of this officer's career.
Yeah, you completely blew past that stop sign in front of me.
I did. I'm so sorry. I literally didn't even see it.
All right. No
this
worries.
is my first time being pulled over.
All right. Can I see your driver's license registration, please?
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
Here's my license, but this is my mom's car, so...
Where are you headed to where you're speeding and missing stop signs?
I was just headed to a friend's house. It's like literally right there. It's a birthday party. So,
got it.
Not mine, but...
Any drugs or alcohol in the vehicle?
No, of course not.
All right. Sit tight, sir. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Your registration is What the? Sarah? What the hell? Sarah? 3201 to dispatch. I have a...
Backup arrived, and after about 20 minutes, Sarah suddenly appeared from the woods. A surreal incident that still remains a mystery. Moving on to a case where a murder investigation revealed some of the eeriest sounds ever captured, coming from inside the very house where the victims were believed to be hidden.
Oh my gosh. What in the world was that? Wow.
I heard it.
Did you hear it?
I did.
It sounded like a kid giggling or something, didn't it?
On August 14th, 2018, officers and a canine search team were dispatched to the home of the Watts family. Living there was Chris Watts, his pregnant wife Shanann, and their 2 young daughters. The night before, on August 13th, Shanann and the girls had suddenly gone missing. When a concerned friend couldn't reach Shanann, she first contacted Chris and then called the police. A welfare check was conducted shortly after. While the family's dog was found unharmed, there was no sign of Shanann or the children. The next day, authorities returned to the home, but this time, something felt different. During their search, officers reported a series of strange, unexplainable sounds throughout the house, and when they later reviewed the body cam footage, even more disturbing details came to light, including what appeared to be chilling EVPs, faint, ghostly voices that no one had noticed in the moment.
It didn't happen, so that's okay. Hey, Chris. So we need to have everybody step out of the house.
Okay. Mostly because we don't want the dog to get confused with all the stuff
Correct.
that's going on.
So you can leave that there. You can leave your camera there.
I'll bring it up.
Okay.
We just don't want to mess you guys up at all. Because my son has,
Dispatch 50922. Is she just getting the dog up front, Duncan? Show me in service, please. What's that? Oh, the dog here. He's in the back.
He's in the back.
Step down.
Yeah, just in the driveway is totally fine. Go over that with her real quick. All right, here is my card as well.
Okay. Thank you.
Decided to dig it out. It was buried.
He will be hysterical for a few minutes till he settles down. That's just the way he's real intense.
Okay.
But he knows what he's doing.
Perfect.
So. looks real calm now, but you
Just wait. Brace myself, huh?
Yes, brace yourself. That's what makes him.
He's a lab. I would expect nothing less.
4 labs in 38 years.
Really?
So this will be the 4th one.
Wow.
And the last one, probably after.
They're great dogs.
Over 75. And we had awesome opportunities. So the good Lord's been good to us.
That's great.
So I'm going to take this bell. His name is Cody Bell. Really.
Just the vest, huh?
Yeah.
That's good. That's well trained. Yeah, it's all over social media. Friends are posting, families posting.
I assume people are trying to contact her friends and everything to see if she's.
I would assume so.
You know, like a lot of times people in domestics will be talking to their best friend about what's going on, and then they can go over there and.
Yeah, it's.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I believe that the lady that was out here is a family friend. And
coming up, the officer and the woman from the canine search team walked inside to start their search. Chris tried to act calm, but the look in his eyes told another story. He gave interviews to different news stations while the officer and the search dog walked inside the house.
we haven't. Looks fairly specific to him. Work boots, cooler.
Tools or anything.
Yeah.
Stuff down, garbage disposal, the bathroom drain.
Really?
So that's why we're careful about it. Okay.
When the officer and the woman from the canine search team began searching the house, everything seemed normal at first. But that quickly changed when they encountered something so shocking and unreal, it would haunt them for the rest of their lives.
kind of different as we go through the house. You notice that? High intense fight. So it could mean several things because the body chemistry changes.
Sure.
On all that.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. A lot of these are motion activated. These are the shoes that she took the scent off of.
Okay. That's you. So there's plenty of first thing to feel.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. What in the world is that? Wow. Go in there and step on that little blue thing and see if that's where that noise came.
Yeah, it sounded like a kid toy.
It might. It sort of sounds like it.
Something. There was a. I heard it.
That one, did you hear it?
I did.
It sounded like a kid giggling or something, didn't it? Or a kid.
It did.
It turned out the officer and the woman had indeed heard the sound of a giggle. Most people might have brushed it off as a coincidence, but given the circumstances and the fact that Chris's wife and daughters were still missing, the officer had a sixth sense telling her that the children could maybe be in this room.
What he did was go straight in there. That was strange, but we'll make a note of that.
I heard it. I definitely heard the same thing you did.
Yeah, and then he just sort of turned around and looked. But I didn't second that the register. Was she on any, oh no, she was pregnant. I was going to say, do you know about use in the house or pot?
Not that we know of.
We'll be out here in a minute. Let me finish the house and then I'm going to go out the garage. And looking for...
Nothing was found yet, but the dog kept signaling as if there was something in the house that was not as it should be.
Definitely scent coming out of there.
Yeah. So there's your attic access right there.
Can you see any kind of dust or anything on that shelf where somebody might? There's no nothing down. Doesn't look like anything.
No.
Okay. Okay. That's what we needed to know, though.
No, it has not been disrupted.
Okay. So that's good to know that, though.
What's that?
Flashlight?
Yep.
See if you can go in.
Got a book under there. And a rock. Hello. Just a big book.
Nothing. No storage or nothing. Now see, this is a bed though, so scent will go down. Even somebody sleeping in
Oh,
there.
that was my glasses.
Up here. Now, did you get everything?
Yeah, do you want me to pull the book out? It's literally right here.
Oh.
That's it?
Consent.
Uh-huh.
That's what he was showing me.
Okay, that's what it is. I'm gonna step back in the laundry room for a second.
Okay.
The officer checked all the children's recently washed clothes in an attempt to get signs of a crime. At this point, it was still unknown what had happened to Chris's daughters and wife. The fact was just that they were gone, and most likely, lifeless.
Okay. I need to grab some photos.
So he knows consent already.
Perfect.
In the school, in the bottom of the school, I don't know if it's rest or whatever, but look in the bottom of the school there. Do you suppose that's rust and deposit, or sometimes sediment?
It looks like sediment,
Okay,
because there's layers.
okay. Just because I know what's happened, you know, and people stuffed.
There's no water in this toilet.
Oh, really?
Nope. None. The toilet's dry.
Oh, yes.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of open. Lift up that and see if there's water in the tank.
Let me hook this back up. Yep. There's water and... I'm not sure what that is.
Unless they would suck the water out. Not flush it, just dry.
Hey,
This is kind of weird.
I did. My hands were full. Yep. Okay, yep, I will send them to you. You bet. Bye.
You know, maybe I just, this almost seems like this place is a little bit too immaculate to be normal.
It's amazingly clean.
Do you know what I'm saying, though?
I do. Using that as like bed rails so that she doesn't roll out of the bed.
Oh, yeah.
Probably the little one.
The little one?
Yeah.
Yep. Good idea,
There's nothing under the bed.
Yeah, no, he didn't do like he did.
Nope.
Nope, so he knows. See, some places he's a little bit more interested than other places.
Wonder where the used diapers are.
The officer and the woman from the K9 search team agreed that everything inside the home seemed a little too clean, like someone had just done an industrial cleaning.
I'm right here. Hey, come to the door. Perez, hanging up on you. Perez. Yeah, hang on just a second. That's the other track team. Okay. So this dog's looking more for trauma or heated areas. Those dogs are going to track the scent. So we may be able, yeah, if they're still out there. Have they started yet? Yeah. They what? 99. Who was it?
Just to revise, I have an update in your call. RP has possible information for you. Wants contact by phone in reference to the call.
Copy, advised. They're watching that back to peak anyway. Yeah, that's... There were multiple in there. That's why... Okay, that's why we asked. Okay. Alright, where are we heading?
Anything I need?
Nope. We've got about 12 things going on this time.
Have Deb or Katie started yet?
They have not. That's interesting.
Pay close attention to what is being whispered in the following 15 seconds.
Copy, break. Pelican 85 dispatch.
85.
Copy, 1238.
Yes, very organized, very clean. I mean, there's not even dust in the basement. Yeah.
The wife and daughters were nowhere to be found in the house, but were later discovered near an oil storage facility, where Chris had buried his wife in a grave and dumped his children into crude oil tanks. On November 6th, 2018, Chris Watts pleaded guilty to multiple counts of first-degree murder as part of a plea deal when the death penalty was removed from sentencing. He was sentenced to 5 life sentences without the possibility of parole. The case itself was disturbing, but the sounds captured on the footage were just as chilling. And on a similar note of eerie mystery, we have the case of an officer searching the woods for a missing person when he suddenly heard a scream. The officer was clearly shaken after hearing a loud scream, possibly from the missing person in danger. Visibly rattled, he called for backup before daring to move forward. Now we turn to the case of when hotel surveillance cameras captured footage that many believe is undeniable proof that ghosts exist, no matter how much you try to deny it.
There's no one checked into that room. John's gonna enter the room real quick, just to check, make sure, see what's going on.
On September 14th, 2003, a hotel employee walked up to check on a room after other guests reported screaming from inside the room.
It should be 209. John, do you copy? It's room 209. Amy says nobody's checked into that room, and there's reports of screaming coming from that room. Amy, he's on his way down there right now. What's going on, John?
When John reached the door of room 209, he was stunned to realize the report was true. He could hear it for himself. He soon learned that no one was supposed to be in the room, and that was when he decided to knock on the door.
There's no one checked into that room. There should be nobody in there. Wait 1 second, John. Amy, are you there? Yeah, John says he hears the screaming coming from that room. And I hear it too. But we're sure that no one's checked into that room. Correct? John, just wait. We're going to get a hold of the police. So, I would wait for the police, John. Amy, John's going to enter the room real quick, just to check, make sure, see what's going on. Wait one.
Notice what happened as John entered the room and the door behind him was still open. John's account of what he saw inside the room was extremely creepy and suggested that someone must have been inside the room just seconds ago.
John? John, are you there? Okay, Amy, John wants you to call the police right now if you don't mind. He says no one's in there, but that all of the furniture's been turned upside down and the hold on. He says the carpet's been ripped up and that the shower is on, but nobody's in there. Man, that's scary. I'm officially freaked out now.
Despite being an old case, it's still unknown to this day what caused the screaming, the flipped furniture, and the running shower inside the room. But according to some, the hotel where it happened is known to be haunted. Moving on to the case of a home break-in that took a dark and unexpected turn.
Police. Anyone inside? Police. Anyone inside, make yourself known.
On November 22, 2021, officers were dispatched to a residence after the owner reported that someone had broken into her house while she was away shopping for groceries. What was more unsettling was that the door was open and noises were heard from inside the house.
How's it going? What seems to be the problem?
I left for a while to go shopping, and when I came home, the door is open. I think somebody broke in.
Does anyone live in the house?
Yes, my husband, myself, and our 2 kids, but they're out of town right now. They're with his parents.
And how many rooms do you have?
2 upstairs and 1 downstairs.
All right, we're gonna have to go and search the house. Is it okay if we go in?
Yeah, of course.
You don't have any like pets or dogs or anything?
No.
Just stay here, man.
Police, if anyone's here, make yourself known.
Police. Anyone inside?
The officer's heavy breathing talks for itself, and the officer got even more creeped out when he had to walk upstairs to search the first floor.
Police! Anyone inside, make yourself known.
Downstairs clear. Upstairs clear?
Yeah, we're good.
Despite several strange and unexplained sounds and movements inside the house, the search ultimately turned up nothing. The place was clear. If you thought that case was creepy, just wait until you hear about the next one.
But did you guys see anything fall out of the sky? 8 to 9 foot tall green beings that were in their backyard.
On May 1st, 2023, 2 Las Vegas residents reported hearing a loud crash and claimed they saw green beings with glowing eyes lurking in their backyard. Police quickly sprang into action and rushed to the scene.
Did you see it?
Huh?
Did you see it?
Yeah, me and him saw it.
What'd you see?
It was like a big creature.
A big creature?
Yeah, like around 10 feet tall.
Because I'm not going to BS you guys. One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious. Did you see anything land in your backyard, or?
They see like a big, that's what they say. They see like a big something with legs. Can we go outside? I have a big there in the back. You can see.
I see a cat over there.
No, please, can you check because this people is not gonna let me sleep.
Oh yeah, that.
Do you have cameras?
One camera, but it's down to the company. I'm gonna take the camera.
The landlord is the only one who can see the camera.
Did you see it? No? I'm kind of curious now. I want to know if there's aliens.
I was with the iPhone. I say, I want to record something.
Where did they go?
Well, they say that. I'm gonna show you.
Do you have a dirt backyard? Can you show me if there's And I'm sorry, did you see them go anywhere? No. No? You didn't? Did they probably go that way? Hey, did you guys... Hey, this might sound like a really dumb question, but did you guys see anything fall out of the sky? Yeah. got a call, and one of my partners actually said that they saw it too. So if you happen to see any, like I'm not BSing you, if you see any
footage?
No, like if you see any like little, well not little in this case. They're claiming 8 to 9 foot tall green beings that were in their backyard. Sounds crazy, but you never know. Your neighbors, your fine neighbors over here. But again, I would normally discount it as probably not real.
Neighbors right here?
Yes. I would normally discount it as nothing. However, seeing as one of my partners said they saw it too, only reason I'm actually investigating it further. So if you guys see anything, especially in your backyard, please call 911. We'll come over, okay? It might, and we're hoping that it's maybe just some kids pranking or doing something stupid. They said they saw something fall from the sky. They checked their backyard and they saw something with like 8 to 9 feet, no clothes, green-colored men, not human, with like the eyes were glowing and they did not. It was not a human being. So, yeah. What's up? Yeah, there's multiple people in this home, so we already checked. Huh? More than one. So if you see anything, just give us a call, okay? Hope you have a good night. Take care.
The driver who got pulled over looked visibly shocked when the officer mentioned there might be aliens in the area. Imagine just driving home from a bar, minding your own business, and a cop stops you with that kind of warning. Coming up, the officer walked back to the family to ask once more if they managed to capture a video of the green figure they claim to have seen.
Your neighbor's still going around looking, so. Did you guys have, I'm sorry, no surveillance, no video?
The cameras don't belong to us.
That's from the company camera. So, on the post, one of the posts.
The landlord got a camera on the post here. Over here, I'll show you.
No, they don't see it.
Yeah, the landlord has it, so they don't have access to it. But
okay.
Someone else has access to it. So yeah, like I said, we'll ATL the area and we'll be around here for the night.
I'm going to the hotel, man.
Yeah. I don't blame you. All right, man. We appreciate you calling. Give us a call if you see
I wanted to find some
else.
aliens. Well, hey, if those 9-foot beings come back into your backyard, you call the police and we'll come back here. Okay?
Somebody call. If those things come back, don't call us, all right? Deal with it yourself. I ain't dealing with that. Somebody call NASA and tell them stop. I'll drive by and wave at you guys. You're on your own, bro.
All right, take care, guys. Have a good one. All right, Slim, let's just regroup over here, okay?
Yeah.
Whether it was truly an alien or just a figment of someone's imagination remains a mystery to this day. Coming up, while officers were speaking with other nearby residents about the incident, something large and green suddenly streaked across the sky, right in the middle of their conversation about aliens.
I don't know. No, that's not a car. I'll be hiding because that's the size of a shooting star. I saw it.
This entire incident remains unsolved. Far from Vegas and on a whole different level of creepiness, comes a case where an officer was wrapping up his shift when he drove past something that would haunt him forever.
Oh God! No! Oh my God! No! Oh.
When backup arrived, the officers returned to the woman and began administering first aid while waiting for paramedics to arrive. Unfortunately, her stab wounds were so severe that she later passed away at the hospital. Moving on to the case where Polish police had one of their eeriest experiences yet, inside a suspect's home where unsettling events unfolded, including a closet from which chilling screams suddenly erupted. On November 5th, 2019, Polish police were dispatched to a house in a small village after the house owner reported hearing screams coming from what she believed was a neighbor's apartment. But in a disturbing twist, the screams were actually coming from her ceiling, which had a gate into her bedroom.
Jezu, jak to ona tak warczy? Ja pierdzielę. No, totalnie. Pierdolę, ja dostaję tylko 5000 zł, kurwa, tam. Idź pan do... Uważaj. A wy ją widzicie w ogóle? No nie.
It didn't take long for the officers to find out that there actually was a woman screaming. It turned out to be a really disturbed woman. The officers proceeded by walking outside and calling for her name and saying that her daughter wanted to see her in an attempt to get her down.
Chodź, misiu. Nie, patrz jak świnia, kurwa. Chodź. Chodź tu, kurwa. Chodź tu, Kamilka. Kamilka, to coś cię widzę. To nie czołgaj się. Kamilka. Kamilciu, chodź na dół, twoje dziecko cię woła. Chodź, Kamilka, dziecko cię woła. Kamilka. Wiktoria cię woła. Wiktoria cię woła. Wiki cię woła.
The woman was clearly deeply disturbed, but what she was doing inside a stranger's ceiling remains a complete mystery. Now we turn to a disturbing case where a security guard was left completely stunned after witnessing a wheelchair rolling toward him, on flat ground and with no one around.
See, no.
The elder care facility where this incident took place has long been rumored to be haunted, and this footage only adds fuel to those suspicions. Moving on to the case of when a security officer was talking to a ghost.
Who is he talking to?
Dispatch to 329.
329, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to a elderly lady. I saw her walking by the store and she said she's looking for Mr. Griffin. Her name is Miss Abigail.
When the woman monitoring the surveillance cameras noticed the officer talking to what appeared to be no one, she naturally asked who he was speaking to. but his response suggested that someone, or something, might have actually been in the hallway.
Did you say Miss Abigail?
Yes, ma'am. She says she wants to see Mr. Griffin, and I told her that the canvas is closed, that she should come tomorrow morning, and she might see Mr. Griffin.
Are you sure you're saying Miss Abigail? Like, she's been passed on for 2 years now.
Come again with that, please?
Miss Abigail she died 2 years ago.
You mean you can't see the person I'm talking to?
No, there's nobody in front of you at all.
Ms. Abigail had been a tenant who passed away 2 years before this incident. She once lived in the very apartment whose front door the officer was now standing in front of, speaking to her. As strange as it seemed, the officer insisted he could clearly hear her responding to him. Now we turn to the case of when officers responded to a disturbance call at a graveyard, only to get the biggest shock of their lives. After hearing the intense scream, the officers rushed away and waited for multiple backup units to arrive before walking back. On a similar wavelength of creepiness, we have this case when a guy was sitting in a lobby talking to the receptionists when they suddenly experienced the most haunting thing ever. Notice what happens to this door, while the people in the lobby are having a casual conversation that rapidly shifts into the most spooky experience ever.
Cik lupa 2003 ni kan pihak Hollywood tak ada dapat feedback kan, ada tak inisiatif dari cik sendiri kalau dia nak hari balik dengan orang. Okey, lepas tu cakap apa? Masih lagi dalam kesakan. Jadi report ni cik nak tunjuk pada pihak Hollywood balik lah.
The staff searched the outside area and checked the footage from outside, but no one was near the door when it opened out of nowhere. If you thought that was weird, just wait until you see this self-moving shoulder press machine at an outdoor training facility. The entire security staff was left completely stunned. What truly baffled them were the strange, inconsistent movements of the machine that really made it look like a person was sitting on it. The security monitored the machine the following nights, but never experienced this again. Moving on to yet another chilling case, this one unfolding in the eerie stillness of a graveyard. Officers had initially been dispatched to the scene after receiving reports of a potential trespasser, but what began as a standard call quickly spiraled into something far more unsettling. Hearing the sudden, intense scream was simply too eerie for the officers, especially since they already felt uneasy about responding to a graveyard in the first place.